Hello to everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I will walk you through the simple steps of designing a professional logo for a brand using free AI Logo Maker website and turning it to 3D render like the one you have watched. When choosing a Logo Maker website, prioritize customization options like colors, fonts, and icons for a unique design. Ensure the platform is user-friendly with intuitive tools and templates for inspiration. Check for file format options, pricing plans, and customer support availability to meet your specific needs and budget. Based on those standards, logomaker.net is the best. First things first, head over to logomaker.net and sign up for a free account. Once logged in, proceed to the search section and type the category where your brand falls to access additional logo templates. Now let's browse through the vast collection of logo templates. Logomaker.net offers a wide range of designs tailored to different industries, from technology to fashion, ensuring that you'll find the perfect logo for your business. Once they have loaded, you can click the eye icon for preview or just customize it to fit your brand. Logomaker.com provides powerful editing tools that allow you to tweak every aspect of your logo, from colors and fonts to shapes and icons. With just a few clicks, you can transform a generic template into a unique and eye-catching logo that truly represents your brand identity. But wait, there's more. Logomaker.net not only makes it easy to create a logo, but it also offers additional features and benefits to enhance your branding experience. Its versatility allows you to experiment with various designs and concepts until you achieve the ideal logo for your business's brand. Once you're done designing, you can download your final logo in any of these three formats. In my scenario, I will select the PNG file. Now open Inkscape and import the image to convert it to SVG file. With the image selected, go to Path, then click Bitmap. This will open the Trace Bitmap dialog box, where you can adjust settings for tracing. Experiment with different settings to see which gives you the best result for your vector image. Once you're satisfied with the traced image, remember to save your work in SVG format. Proceed to launch Blender by double-clicking its icon on your desktop. When you open Blender, you'll typically see a welcome screen with options to start a new project. Click on General to start a new project. This will open a new Blender workspace where you can begin creating your 3D projects. Press A to select all objects in the scene, then press X to delete. Follow these steps to enable the use of the numpad for viewport navigation in Blender. Again, to enable SVG import in Blender, you need to activate the SVG import add-on. Then, go to the file and import the scalable vector graphics from the PC files. Click Numpad 7 for a top view of the viewport. Then, click A to select the vector logo and to scale the vector to size. Change the origin of the vector to its geometry. Press Alt-G to reset the location of the selection to the center of the 3D viewport. Press R and X, then type 90 to rotate the selection to front view. Alternatively, under Object Properties, open the Transform panel and change the value of the X rotation to 90%. Navigate to Front View, then press G and Z to grab the selection vertically. To improve visibility, go to Material Properties and delete the existing material. Click Ctrl-A to apply scale. To make the object thicker, let's increase its extrude value. Change the viewport mode to Material Preview. Let's bevel the object to add more definition to the edges since they are too sharp. This step is optional but enhances the smoothness of the object's corners. Add the Edge Split modifier to control the smoothing angle of the object. Click Shading on the menu to proceed to object's material creation. Click New to add material and name it Logo. Start making your preferred material adjustments with respect to the brand's message. Did you know that you are among the 99.9% viewers who have discovered our channel but haven't subscribed yet? Imagine the wealth of content and insights awaiting you with just one simple click. By subscribing, you will unlock a treasure trove of information, entertainment, and inspiration that's tailored just for you. Don't miss out on being part of our growing community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about learning and expanding their horizons. Hit that like and subscribe button now and join us on this exciting journey. Let's proceed. Click Shift-A to add plane into the scene. Rotate it by 90 degrees along the X-axis. Then press to scale it. Press G and Z to adjust it vertically. Then apply scale. Go to Shade Editor to create new material for the background plane. Go to the Edit menu, then select Preferences to enable Node Wrangler Node Add-on. Select the principled BSDF and click Shift-Control-T to add texture images. To adjust the tile size, go to Mapping Node. Drag down the mouse along the axis and adjust the values. Click Add to select RGB Curves node. Place it between the image color and base color string, and it will connect automatically. Reduce the texture color value. Go to Layout and adjust the position of the background plane. Click Numpad 7 for top view, then press G and E to move the plane at the back of the logo. Go back to shading and increase the value of red in the RGB curve. Let's add text by pressing Shift-A or the Add menu at the top of the viewport. Then select Text from the menu. Rotate the text by 90 degrees along the x-axis. Click Numpad 3 for side view, then click G and E to move it in front. Click Numpad 1 for front view, then click G and Z to move it below the logo. Press Tab to enter edit mode and start typing your text. Once complete, click Tab again to enter object mode. Under paragraph, click the alignment to center to change the text origin to center location. You can also change the font to your preference. Bevel the text to increase the depth. Click this to scale the text. Let's bevel the object to add more definition to the edges since they are too sharp. This step is optional but enhances the smoothness of the object's corners. Let's increase the character spacing for a clean text appearance. Scale it down a bit and apply scale. Click Shading on the menu to proceed to object's material creation. Click the Browse drop-down and select Logo Material. Click the New Material icon to duplicate it and rename it. Click Shift-A, then add Spotlight in the scene. Then, let's adjust its rotation and location behind the logo. Change the viewport display to rendered preview for actual scene display. The scene is still dark. Let's click Shift-A to add area light. Move it on top of the logo. Click Numpad 7 for top view and adjust its scale and shape. Increase the power value to increase the light intensity. Click Ctrl-S to save the project in case of the Blender crash. Rename the lights. Create a new collection and name it Lights. Move all the light objects to this collection. Now, let's add a fog effect into the scene. Begin by clicking Shift-A to add a cube. Scale the cube and adjust it to position. Change the cube viewport display as wire to see the inside content. Go to Shading and a new material, then name it Fog. Add a principled volumetric node. Select a principled BSDF, then connect the principled volume to the material output volume. Adjust the density value to 0.2% and increase a bit the anisotropy value. Add a mix shader between the principled volume and material output connection. Add volume scatter and connect it to the mix shader. Add noise texture and connect it to the volume scatter. Make sure the Node Wrangler add-on is enabled. Then click Ctrl-T to add mapping node. increase the scale and detail value of the noise texture. Then convert it to 4D. Under W, type hash frame divide by 50. This will animate the noise movement in frames. You can also change the color of the fog. Connect the noise texture color to volume scatter density. Add color ramp between them for precise control of fog color contrast. Now, the scene appears foggy, just like we want. Click Shift-A to add camera to the scene. Click Ctrl-Alt-Numpad 0 to set the camera to current view. Adjust the camera location and rotation. Go to Render Properties and make a few render adjustments. For more realistic results, you can change the render engine to cycles. For my scenario, I will continue with EV engine. Click Shift-A to add empty cube and adjust it. Select camera, then empty, and click Ctrl-P to parent them. Now, the camera will move, rotate, or scale in accordance with how you move, rotate, or scale the empty. Therefore, we will use this properties to animate camera movement in the scene. Scale up the background plane to cover the camera view and apply scale. To start animating the camera movement, select the empty, then move the timeline to frame 1. Go to Object Properties and start adjusting the transform coordinates. Once complete, click I to insert location and rotation keyframe. Repeat the steps to insert keyframes throughout the scene. Click spacebar to play your animation for reviewing. You can also select the camera and insert the keyframes for different focal length of the scene. Animating different camera focal lengths using keyframes is useful for creating dynamic shots. Select the cube, then turn off the eye icon to observe how the scene would be without the fog and vice versa. Continue to tweak the scene lights until you're satisfied with the outcome. However, it is evident that the fog makes the objects to appear less shiny and reflective. Select the empty, then go to the timeline and select all keyframes. Click T and select linear interpolation. This helps achieving smooth, controlled, and visually pleasing camera motion in the animation. Now go to Render Properties panel and modify your final render features. For more realistic render, use Cycles Engine. I will use Eevee Engine for my render. Go to Scene Output Property and adjust camera resolution, output path, and file format. Once done, go to Render menu and select Render Animation and wait for the render to complete.